Hey everyone, I'm back with another Best of 5 Deep Dive series, and this will be the losers finals of the Milwaukee Regional. And again, I was commentating at this one. I actually commentated these matches, so obviously I know the outcome of it. But as always, this is a great way for me to kind of break down these matchups, mention what was done well by the players, but also maybe things they could have improved upon. And of course, if you have any disagreements or other things I missed, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. But hopefully this will be a great way for people to kind of learn what these top tier players are doing and how they're making adjustments, especially in best of fives, because again, no one ever wins a best of 5 accidentally. You have to, really outplay your opponents. Your opponents have to really make a ton of mistakes for you to actually win 3 out of the 5. So this upcoming one will be LW Josh 91 versus Pranav. Before we get into the battles, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you'd like private one-on-one coaching, scrims against me, some of my lead guides and strategies ahead of time, or even tune into my live stream battles, feel free to sign up through the Patreon link down below. Okay, so looking at the two teams here, LW Josh does have that double ground strategy, and Pranav has the Unova Stunfisk, which Unova Stunfisk does lose the head-to-head against both Clodsire and Marowak. Also loses against Credilli, it's loses against Corsola, and the Azumarill's not bad into it. So that being said, I don't think the Unova Stunfisk is coming out much, which means that we're probably going to see a decent amount of Galarian Moltres. But if you look at the team from Pranav's side, nothing's stopping this Murkrow. It does lose the evens, right, against like the Azumarill, the Clodsire, the Credilli, but it could dictate the pacing, just like how I mentioned the Fearow could in the matchup with LW Josh versus Meteor Fallion from the winners finals. I'm actually really impressed that LW Josh made it this far without like he has answers, right, to Murkrow and Fearow, but they're uncomfortable matchups, right? Like, you could safely bring Murkrow into his team every single time. You could safely bring Fearow into his team every single time and just do a lot of damage. So, let's take a look and see how Pranav plays out these matches versus LW Josh. But Pranav did come from the loser side, so he's probably pretty warmed up at this point. It's kind of weird because I'm hearing myself talk a little bit, but there's going to be situations where I might have missed something myself too, because I'm just calling the moment commentating. Obviously you have to rewind, slow things down a bit. Can't make things happen. Otherwise I just tell you to watch my commentary on this instead. All right, so they're going back and forth a bit on this. Ever since the Nightshade nerf about a year ago, or a little over or less than a year ago, this matchup's not as favorable for the Corsola, but it's still fairly neutral. Okay, so I like this play a lot from Pranav, because that's a strong answer, right, to the Murkrow, but now he comes in here. And you couldn't really bank up that much energy if you're LW Josh on the Azumarill before throwing into Corsola, because then you just get hit by Nightshade. So this is tough, right? And this is the thing I noticed from LW Josh as well. He brought his 3 best answers to Murkrow. The other 3 lose to Murkrow. All 3 of these have win cons against Murkrow, but that's the thing with Murkrow, right? It's super annoying because of how fast it paces, and there's no fast attack pressure from the side of LW Josh's side. You got 3 resisted moves, right, on all the Pokemon on the left-hand side. And then you got Poison Sting that doesn't do that much. You have Bubble that doesn't do that much, especially from Azumarill. You have Acid, non-stab Acid that doesn't do that much. So Pranav can do a lot here. I'm actually really surprised that Pranav didn't throw the Drill Peck here. Maybe it's not enough to KO, so he would have to shield the Stone Edge anyway. But either way, again, he could dictate the pacing, so he could just overfarm a ton. And you're coming into a Murkrow now with back-to-back Drill Pecks. You have to shield. He doesn't shield the first one. He's probably going to have to shield the second one, right? But either way, and then he has a Credilli in the back. It's really rough. And I actually really like the fact that Pranav didn't even throw the move. I mean, he probably could have, but he went Charge Attack Priority against everything with the Murkrow. But yeah, all things considered, it's a really tough matchup for LW Josh. I'm actually going to look real quick, because it's just really hard game for him to win this one. It's pretty much over. I don't even know if he really misplayed or anything. He brought the 3 best answers to Murkrow. But I'm curious if he faced any other Murkrow or Fearow, because his team is super weak to him. Super, super weak. Yeah. Okay, he faced Teddy Bear. He 2-1 Teddy Bear with a Murkrow. I may need to rewatch it back and see how he beat him. But yeah, outside of that, he didn't face a single Murkrow or Fearow in the tournament. So it kind of makes sense, because he played great this past weekend, but I don't know if he could beat that many players with Murkrow and Fearow if he just kept running into them. But luckily he didn't face him until like the very end. So, oh, that's a good combo play because he leads with the move on the Credilli too. I like that play a lot for Pranav. Like, and then now he. It's almost like worse that this happened because he needs energy on everything else. He tries to undercharge, but you just come in Murkrow, yeah, and you win against everything, right? You could just throw a pack. Even if you try to catch here, it's tough. Yeah, you can't swap after you throw the bubble at that point. I think if he wanted to, he has to go for a pause, but it doesn't matter because you bubble down the Murkrow, you still get hit by the grass knot. Yeah, there's just no win condition here. He had no energy. He had no energy at both his Pokemon. Pranav had energy on both his Pokemon. So there's just not much he could do there. It's a tough composition. I really don't know if he could have done anything really better there with that specific line. Maybe he brings a different line, but I don't even know like what the adjustment is here. I just remember when I was watching this live, it's pretty tough. Okay, yeah, so he catches a really good lead. I mean, this is also a really risky line, right? Because like Murkrow in the lead here is really uncomfortable because you'll have to come into Murkrow with the energy lead. At the same time, too, like, again, Pranav can just safe swap Murkrow. Here's the thing. Here's what he does. He safe swap Murkrow, and then he has an energy lead, and he still has 2 shields, and he's the first one to swap, so his timer's going to come up first. He double shields the Murkrow, leads with the move, swaps out. He preserves the Murkrow for everything else in the back. Oh, that's actually a really good swap, though. He got a full bubble through. That's actually pretty good. But, again, you're coming into a Murkrow now with this much energy. And you get outpaced to the second one, like... Okay, I'm surprised Pranav didn't throw first there. But it's actually fine, too. So you can see that he's at 9 pecks now. So he's 1 away from the double. Which means that LW Josh can't even opt... Well, he doesn't have enough energy. But even if he wanted to, he doesn't have enough energy. He needs to actually probably just let this go. I mean, there's a chance that Stunfisk in the back, but I don't think Pranav brings it. So, like, he might just... Yeah, I like this play. He just lets it go. And then... He tries to farm down with probably the... I don't even know what he farms down with. Moltres? Probably the Credilli. He needs to let this go, right? Yeah, there's no way. So much. I think, like, in the hands of a really good player, like a Murkrow and Fearow just shreds through this team. It's really, really tough. Really, really tough. Honestly, the Fearow actually look even scary because you have the drill run for the Clodsire on top of it. And both drill packs still hit quite hard. Yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, LW Josh probably needed, like, one of his ground types probably needed to Stunfisk for him to have a little bit better coverage. Even then, that's hard, because if you don't get the Stunfisk on the Murkrow or the Fearow, it's still rough, right? But, yeah. So he got a lot of value out of that, a ton. And he also flipped switch advantage, right? Because that was a tough thing. Oh, try to go for a catch. Good catch attempt, actually. Yeah, but it's a little weird. I mean, it's actually not over because Pranav actually has a shield disadvantage. He kind of has to let this go because it's unlikely going to be a Brave Bird. He got to shield the next one, though. Yeah, he definitely does. Actually, yeah, he has to. The Sucker Punch damage just does way too much. Yeah, I don't know. This is tough. He just shields us up, and his win con is just his Moltres. Yeah, and he gets on charge priority. He can Sucker Punch down. He still has a shield, right? Yeah. Oh, and he goes for the catch. I mean, it's like weird because he could undercharge this a little bit, but like, yeah, I don't think he gets enough energy. Plus, I think you throw the Rock Tomb as low as possible. Actually, you could show. I'd probably, if I was LW Josh, I'd probably farm, like maybe throw on bad time if it wait a little bit longer. So then you get like, it doesn't matter. It's just, yeah, he gives him a little bit more farm, but there's no way you get the double, and it does way too much. Yeah, probably could have gone for the Grass Knot instead for sure damage, but maybe he was worried that the Astonish might take out the Moltres. Either way, he wasn't going to lose someone. So it was good play. Well played by LW Josh, because like again, he has to assume that there's not going to be Stunfisk, so alignment isn't as important. He just needs to take out the Murkrow first, and then with the shield advantage, his Moltres is pretty safe, right? Like what can take out this Moltres outside of the Stunfisk? Not much. Yeah, it has play into everything else, especially with the shield advantage. It doesn't really lose anything else with the shield advantage, I think. Fortress is kind of annoying, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Pernav's team is actually a little bit weak to Moltres too. I mean, he has the Murkrow and the, Stunfisk. Oh wait, I'm actually surprised LW Josh didn't bring the Moltres again. He kind of needs it, I feel like. I don't know. I mean, it's not great into this composition that Pranav has either. Maybe he did over-prepare for a bit because he has the Gradilli, he has the Murkrow, he has the Fortress not bad into it. So maybe it was fine. But he's pretty weak to the Gradilli in the back, actually. He does lose... Pranav does lose Charge Attack priority, though. I think LW Josh swaps here at some point. He over-farms, maybe expecting Pranav to go for a catch. I think at this point it makes sense for him to swap out with the energy because, like, now, like, he's in a weird position because he's double debuffed, whereas Pranav isn't. I don't love this, though. Grass Knot's weird, too, because it doesn't take him out. You do some damage, but, like, you don't have a lot of fast attack pressure to do much with this. Okay. Yeah, because he had to throw another move, so may as well just throw the first Rock Tomb. I guess it depends if he's going to swap or not, but because he didn't go for a swap, maybe he just goes Rock Tomb there, but it's fine. He only takes a little bit extra acid damage, nothing crazy. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, because he didn't want to give the Murkrow energy. So, this is kind of... Alright, so this is... I remember this play now. It's kind of a misplay by LW Josh. It sucks, right? To give Murkrow energy, 100%. But here's the thing. You have a Marowak in the back. If you give up Switch here, right? Like, the Murkrow can either stay in, or there's a chance that there's something that you're strong into the Azumarill into, and it was the Fortress is not bad into it, resisting all the charge attacks. Or a Corsola even. Becoming Corsola into it. Because Pranav already knows, if he has shields on the Murkrow, he's fine. So he could just swap out. He's not going to spend the shields on the Murkrow into the Azumarill. Actually, if you look at it, right? Outside the, like, Cradilli is pretty much out of the picture. Azumarill is a top 2 counter for LW Josh's side. The only other answer for this Murkrow is Clodsire. But you're fine into Clodsire, right? So he knows he at worst has a Clodsire to deal with, or at best it's like a Marowak or a Corsola or Galarian Moltres. And I mean, the odds are pretty high that it's one of those 3 versus the Clodsire, right? So, and even if it's Clodsire, you have play into it. So I think, like, as bad as it feels for LW Josh to get pecked down, he needs to get pecked down. Because now he gives up alignment, or he gives up switch advantage. And then, like, what are you going to do here? You throw, like, resisted moves, and then now you have to worry about a Marowak into the Murkrow later. So, yeah, we'll fast forward to this, right? So, I think he pivots first. Yeah, he swaps. And then, look how much energy is here. Yeah, that's really, really rough. That's really tough. Yeah. And he's trying to maybe go for optimizing here, but then it gets really weird too. He just gets one more off. Well, he throws on Charge Back Party. I actually like that play too, because now you don't have the shield. You just finish off the Fortress. Because in case LW Josh went for a move, I actually like that play a lot, because now Pranav can save both shields for the Fortress. It's a good play. It's like a really good safe no shield, right? It's a huge no shield, but it's like a really safe no shield. There's no downside to it. Because he's so low that he could bug bite down. And then just throw a move at that Azumarill. The Azumarill definitely can't bubble through a Fortress with that much health left. And then the Cradilli does nothing. He doesn't even take the Mud Slap damage. Yeah. You just throw in between the bubbles and you win. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. And then there's nothing out of the Cradilli. I think, like, LW Josh had some play there, I guess. But he needed, like, he actually had Pranav kind of RPS, right, in the back line. Again, Murkrow with energy is not, like, that bad into Azumarill. But if he stays in there, maybe Pranav swaps out, banks and moves, swaps out like he has been doing. And then he brings in Fortress, and you get a huge energy, like, advantage on your Marowak maybe, and take out the Fortress, and then you could, like, kind of take it out. So I think, like, this game is pretty winnable by LW Josh. It's still hard. Trust me, it's still hard. But there might be a win con. All right, game 4. Match point for Pranav. He gets another great lead again. I mean, this is, like, exactly what you want. I do like the Moltres bring in here. It's so awkward though. You have double drill peck. I don't know. It's just really weird to come in that late, I guess. Like, yeah, the energy might be nice, but like, oh no, actually the Sucker Punch damage did a good chunk to this Murkrow, actually. Actually did a good chunk here. Alright, let's see how Pernod plays this out. I don't know. Alright, maybe he had to uncharge it just a little bit more. I'm not sure what he's saying to Pernod. Pernod's not even saying anything in response. Pernod just locked in, I guess. Okay. I think this is fine. I wonder if you throw Grass Knot over here. Because if you're going to shield the Moltres, you, maybe you don't shield the Moltres. Yeah, but then he can swap out, right? Yeah, maybe you need to swap out there because he's locked in. So he comes in Clodsire. I'm not sure why Josh keeps looking up. Like, it's not like, maybe it's just how he thinks. So that's not bad. And you come in Clodsire. But he waited out the timer. So now the timers are super, like, misaligned. Which is better. Okay, it's fine to wait out the timer here if you're planning on not swapping. But because LW Josh is swapping, waiting out the timer and then swapping when Pernod's timer is ready ahead of yours means that Pernod just could get to his timer faster even. If you're going to go for a play where you come in, Moltres, throw a move, then go Clodsire, then you need to just do it right away, right? Waiting out the timer there does only benefits Pernod because you don't have a timer going. And then now you start your timer later, and then you're stuck in this matchup, right? Oops, I accidentally muted it. Oh. Yeah, it's really awkward. Because you really want the Galarian Moltres on the Clodsire, or the Corsola, you know? Alright. Yeah, he lets it go, which is the right call. Yeah, you just like Fortress. Okay, see, now you could do this, which is fine. I mean, Pernod probably would have had a Power Gym ready anyway, for what it's worth. But you could have came in sooner and got more energy, right? Well, you have a fly, but you won't have two flies. Yeah, I think it's pretty much over, right? Because there's not enough energy on the Clodsire. I mean, I shouldn't say I think it's over. I know it's over because I saw it happen. Yeah, see, it's no energy. Yeah. So again, I think like there maybe was a win con here. For what it's worth, LW Josh's team composition is absolutely awful into Pernod's, right? So he has to play like really, really well, and even then it's still hard. But like, especially with a lead that good for LW Josh, he could have maybe done something with it. He could have maybe even tanked the Drill Peck, thrown a fly, grabbed a shield, then swapped to Credility. Because if his plan was to like mostly just Sucker Punch down the Corsola when he's low on health, like he didn't end up throwing a move against Corsola, right? So maybe he could just tank the Drill Peck, grab a shield. If you're down shields, or if you're on even shields and down like almost a Drill Peck worth of energy against a Murkrow, that's so tough. That's so tough. So I think like what I'm saying here is that what he needed to probably do here is that on the lead matchup, he needs to throw like a fly, right? So he goes here. I mean, like, again, like, it's... This swap makes sense this late if you had, like, a Bastion, right? But, like, because you can't really eat this energy, you just give Pernod a head start for not really any reason. It's worse for him, too, because you're doing resistive Sucker Punch, whereas Pernod's doing neutral peck damage. I think, like, part of him doing this is because he won a previous game doing this strategy, so, like, he's leaning into it a bit more. But, like, I don't think you need a bank, like... He didn't even bank a fly. He banked almost a fly. But, like, what does that do, right? Like, you can't combo play. He was able to throw a fly at the Fortress later and get a shield. But, like... it's just too much a head start for the Murkrow. And just makes your life harder. Like, your team's already weak to Murkrow. Throw a fly here. Grab a shield. Then come in Clodsire or Credility. Probably Credility safer if you assume there's no Stunfisk and there's probably just a Fortress in the back, right? Because those are his two other best answers. Or come in, you know, Clodsire if you think it might be, you know, a Stunfisk in the back. It could have been, but it's probably not, right? Given how strong his team is. I think it makes sense to come in Credility there. I think that's the right call. But because the Fortress would just like core break the Moltres and the Credility in the end if as a shield advantage or shields up. But yeah, you just throw a move here. Then Pranav has a shield, right? It pretty much almost one-shots the Murkrow. Spends a shield, then you come in Credilli, right? Because here's the difference. If he throws a Peck here, then he'll be energy, mostly energy dry. Not completely energy dry, but he'll be like he'll have like 2 Pecks worth of energy, right? So then it's much easier not only for the Credilli to come in, but you're also up a shield. So, and you know that Pranav has like a strong answer to the Moltres in the back. But think about it. What are the strong answers? It's Fortress and, Stunfisk. So if you just bring in the Credilli, in case of Fortress, you spend it on the Murkrow. Then you have a what? Shield advantage Clodsire for the Fortress. And that's it, right? The Fortress and Corsola. Sorry, Corsola. Yeah, Corsola is still healthy. It's not the easiest way to play it out. And maybe he still loses, but like I think he just lost too much by banking up the energy then swapping in. But the Sucker Punch should do actually more damage than I would have expected. Anyway, that's a really tough matchup for LW Josh, and honestly, he still played really well all weekend. It's just he was very, very weak to the Peck Fly Drill Peckers. Wait, sorry, the Peck Drill Peckers. So that's a really tough one, but that's kind of how it goes. His first ever day 2 performance too as well. So still really, really, really solid to get top 3 out of like all these trainers, but. Wishing the best in the future tournaments. And next up, we have Pranav versus Meteor Fallen. So stay tuned for that video. That will be dropping tomorrow. So if you like this video, feel free to give it a like and share. Subscribe for future content. Hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post that Grand Finals video. And I'll catch you all next one. Peace.